Venezuela's finance minister made headlines earlier this week when he suggested the country needed to rethink its economic policy. The country's economy is facing record inflation and shortages of basic goods. But what can Caracas do to ease this problem? Martin Markovits joins us now live from Caracas. Martin?
Hi, Karina. How are you? Yes, earlier this week, Venezuela's finance minister made headlines when he suggested that President Nicolas Maduro had to rethink the nation's economic policy. The minister's statement comes after Venezuela is facing record inflation and shortages of basic goods like toilet paper. But there is a lot of debate in terms of how Venezuela should restructure its economy so it can be more productive. Here's more.
In an admission that stunned the nation, Venezuela's finance minister, Nelson Merentes, just stopped short of calling the economic policies of his boss, President Nicolas Maduro, a failure. Merentes said that the economy had structural problems that the socialist governments of Maduro and his predecessor and mentor, Hugo Chavez, haven't solved.
This is a government that still has to be successful on the economy. What does this signify? We need to enter a route of stable growth and go through years where all economic factors are growing.
Venezuela currently has the highest inflation rate in the Americas. Food shortages are common, while a paper shortage could shut down the country's newspapers. In a major break with the Maduro government, Merentes also suggested that the government needed to ease its heavy hand in the nation's economy. Both the Chavez and Maduro governments instituted price and currency controls that many economists say has stifled productivity. Despite having rich arable land, Venezuela imports 80% of its goods, while many of Venezuela's industries are underperforming. Susan Chamas is an economist at Venezuela's Central University.
We have to liberalize. They have to let the market adjust naturally. Let the supply and demand adjust. Let the price adjust with production.
But still, Venezuela has, in terms of the Venezuelan economy, it is still actually expanding. It's expanding by 6%, and a lot of people have been saying that the biggest problem is that a lot of the money that would go into the economy has been going to social welfare programs.
Yeah, Martin, very interesting story in Venezuela. On the one hand, as you said, a growth expectation of 6% for 2013. That's pretty staggering. And then on the other hand, they have shortages of things like toilet paper. So give us a sense how the financial markets are doing. How's the stock market been performing there?
Well, that's the thing that's very interesting, that the stock market has been doing really, really well. Last month, Venezuela had record stock market numbers. And there's probably two reasons for this. I mean, the main reason is basically that most people are afraid to invest outside of the country because of currency controls. So what do they invest in? Things that are more safe, like property and the stock market. But yeah, despite that, despite inflation and shortages in the sectors, the Venezuelan economy is expected to grow by 6% in 2013.
And it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I know that there are local elections happening in December.